for a couple of you guys to get on here. It's been a crazy week. What is this? Why do I always have stuff all over me? What is today? Friday. Hello, everybody. Hey, Mortune. Oh, let me actually edit this. Filter the chat. Only subscribers. Alright. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. Y'all, it's been one hell of a week. There's so much I want to talk to you guys about, but my week has been very crazy. So there's some Gypsy stuff I want to talk to y'all about because I know I've put some stuff on here this week, but I haven't really went into my theory and what I think is happening. But hey, y'all, this has been a wild week. Let me explain to y'all what's been happening, which is why you haven't been seeing as much content from me. So TikTok gave me a content manager, and baby, it's been nuts because the whole time I'm thinking my videos are really hitting on something, quality wise, I'm talking about picture, right? And I'm finding out that it's not. In fact, in but so many words, they said, um, the fact that you've been able to gain such a following, with the video quality not the greatest, that just tells me your real potential. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm thinking I'm doing my editing, I'm hitting on something. Not that same, baby, no. So I've been focused on that. I actually have reached out to a couple of editors to think I'd rather just upload it and have somebody do it if it's reasonable, because it's just, I don't have time for all that. Not I feel like it stops you from being as creative, if that makes sense, because you're like, oh, I have to edit this, I have to edit that, I have to get it out. Then it becomes so much more work, and creating content's already a lot of work. And I think a lot of people don't really realize how much work it really takes. Um, so yeah, I was like, it would just be literally my whole day. So yeah, I've been focusing on that and trying to work on all that, and then focusing on a better camera. Um and stuff like that. So, well, not necessarily a better camera, but uploading stuff in HD, which is going to take more time, but I think I'll have to upload it onto transfer it over to my laptop and then upload it. So you guys will be seeing better content from me. Like that's the part that's crazy. I think it's really crazy that they gave me a content manager, because I didn't really realize that they had those, that you're not paying for. They're just literally giving you tips and tricks on. It was supposed to be this week, but just give me till next week. I'm working on I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Um so I have that going on. And then Gio's been with me all week because he was supposed to come back at the end of the month, but he missed home, and he was kept saying he wanted to come home. So he came back early. So I don't I didn't have as much time as I thought I was going to have. I thought I was going to have way more free time. So because I made sure he came home early because he wanted to come home, I've been taking care of him, and he goes back to daycare next week, but I've been taking care of him, trying to record, trying to edit, having meetings with my manager, and it's just a lot. Um, yeah. So that's what's really going on. But let's talk about Gypsy. There's a lot to unpack, y'all. Where shall we start? Yeah, Ivory and I are doing a podcast. The name of the podcast is The Soft and the Savage. And it's Say It Sweet, Drag It Deep. It's going to be more of like a yes, I'm a dude Billy. I am. My name is Nina. Thanks for joining. Apparently you like to watch men. I just don't know what to tell you. Like, like okay. Hey. So yes, we have that coming out. But all right, let's get into Gypsy because I feel like what's been happening the last week and a half has been kind of like crazy. And I don't know y'all if y'all think that, but the selling all the baby stuff, well, not all of it, but what she put up, car seat, the jumper. Now, I will say this for specifically for the jumper. um Y'all, the trolls need to stop because I'm gonna start ignoring these trolling comments like completely. So the thing about selling a jumper, it's weird because she hasn't reached an age to use it, so why would she sell it, right? So it's not like she had already been using it, she outgrew it, and she sold it. That's for one. That is very, very, very odd. The fact that y'all be thinking you could come on here and hurt my feelings. Your dad was probably hitting on me at CVS today. Okay. Why are the trolls out here like this? Like, this is crazy. So I think that something went wrong. I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you what it is, but something took place that we are not privy to. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. No, but listen, Skylar, the jumper in particular, why would she sell that? Even if it was gifted to her, wouldn't she like leave that at Christy's house or leave that at somebody's house that watches her sometimes because we know somebody else watches her? Like, that's not, she didn't outgrow it. She didn't use it. That's not an item. Like, thank you for the gift. You get what I'm saying? Now, yes, she did break the NDA. And that is tricky. And let's go over that because there's so much to that. All right, so obviously the leaked emails, she basically said that she was TMZ's source. Okay. Now, with her saying that she's TMZ's source, and she said specifically, like, I have an NDA, so I can't be the one to tell you this. So say it's from a source. Okay. V, I think it's adult too. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I don't want to sound like I need a straight jacket, so I'm just not saying stuff like that for real publicly. Like, okay. Um, hey. So I'm like, okay, yeah, she's selling those, and that just seems odd. The NDA, but you literally admitted to leak your own stuff. That is so bad. And I'm gonna tell you this. If she was someone that had a show that was doing very well, like the show was thriving, the ratings were climbing each and every season, like she was doing better, it maybe wouldn't be as big of a deal. right? But it is a huge deal. Hold on, did I edit these? Probably. Hold on. Okay, I'm not even going to filter them for real. Yes, I'm trans. Okay, look at me. I'm a trans. If that's what you believe, that's fine. I'm a dude. Look at my Adam's apple. See right here. Um. So that has a lot to do with it, right? Considering the show hasn't been very successful, that tells you a lot. Now, also, the thing to really note is that the show would have done better had creators and everybody else not know her business, right? Everybody knowing her business, everything that has happened on the show, everybody's seen. Like, the tea has already been told. And the fact that she had an NDA and she said that to TMZ, Lifetime may be thinking she's leaking it to creators, not realizing, no, it's other people that are leaking it. So her and that NDA and that coming out is detrimental to her. Very detrimental. And now they have a reason and a person to blame for the show not being successful. Regardless of the fact that she's not entertaining, she's not funny, like her show is whack to begin with, now they have somebody to blame and something tangible to pin it on. That is what's going to catch her up. So there is that. So I really think that there's definitely something with Lifetime. I don't know if she's being sued or, well, I wouldn't be surprised if she was being sued, at least for the money back that they maybe have paid her. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised about that. Um, I, that's what I'm assuming. But I also want to go over something else really quick. I forgot that Missouri and Louisiana both don't follow the Son of Sam law. The Son of Sam law. Okay. Now, considering that, a lot of people are still like, well, why is the LLC done the way it's done? Like, why does she have a company? Like, why does she do all that? For a couple of reasons. One main reason is the family. Dee Dee's family, her mother's family, all of them could turn around and sue. Not for the death itself, because there's a 2-year statute of limitation in most states, but for the reason that she is making money off of the crime and they're still living that trauma. So they could go after her. Slander too, and defamation for Dee Dee, if it could be proven. Um, but also, the other issue that she would have to really worry about is the fact that she, if that happens, everything that she said and done, like that would come out really to the public if that's like in court documents, right? So I feel like that's kind of an issue for them too. Yes, I'm trans. Look, this is my Adam's apple right here. You see? Um, But I think that's really her issue. Like, I think she has so much going on. Not only that, you have to also think the whole Coke thing and um, Ken, that should tell you something. That should really tell you something. Like, that was in the room. Someone is going to expose her. I think it's happening slowly because you notice a lot of bigger creators are starting to talk about her. I have seen creators with 1 million subscribers, and that is really, really good because it's not a whole lot of big creators that speak about her. And I feel like that coming out is very helpful. Now, if it does go to court, that is going to be a problem. That's going to be a huge problem for her. But I don't know if I think her family would do it. Again, they may do it when the grandfather passes. They said something like that. Do we know if that's true or not? Not really. I think that they just, I think Dee Dee's family is in a rock and a hard place. And just come on this journey with me. Just follow me. Try to understand me first before you judge what I'm saying. You would never want to believe that one of your family members are as evil as Gypsy. Does that make sense? And so if you find out that you have a family member that is that evil, you have to actually fathom that. I don't think they've fathomed how bad she is. And I think a lot of people haven't fathomed that. And the reason why I love you, you love me. Okay. Okay, just for the replay, somebody said I look like Bernie, so you don't think I'm crazy. um I just had to say that in the replay because they'd have been like, she is random as hell. Like um so I just feel like at the end of the day, that's one of the biggest things that they haven't realized it yet. And I think that they do want to have a relationship with Aurora. And because they want to have a relationship with Aurora, they're really unable to see how bad of a person she is. Carmen, you're doing the damn thing, and I appreciate you so much. All of my mods, y'all are the best. Like Edna, you're doing it. Thank you. I appreciate it so so much. Um, so I think that that's something that's the issue is that they want to have a relationship with Aurora. You know, that is Dee Dee's grandchild. I think that they're really struggling with realizing that she is that evil. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to take more time. And I know you're probably like, dang, how much time would it take if she unalived her mom? Like, I think there, for you to really realize that she's that evil is very, very hard to conceptualize. And I'm saying that because if somebody would have told me last year in January or February she was this evil, I would have been like, no, everybody could change, think because I believe that people can change, but not everybody is capable of that change. V, what y'all not gonna do is have me in a straitjacket scratching my back with my big toe. I cannot. I can't go there with y'all. V. I can't go there. I feel so crazy and unhinged saying that, but no, I do think the baby it may not be real, but I really just I feel so crazy saying it. Like I feel so crazy saying it. So I just can't go there with you. I really can't. V. Listen, okay, y'all want me to tell you guys something real crazy? This is how I know that I'm a crazy person in real life. My daughter, today is my daughter's birthday, right? But she's with her dad for her birthday. And most of her birthdays she spent with me, but he took her on a cruise, on a Disney cruise, right? And so she has internet access, but she doesn't have phone access on her phone. So, last night at 12 o'clock at night, I sent her a little happy birthday text. But then today, I sent her a long text about how amazing she is and how proud I am of her and everything that she's overcome and achieved and stuff like that. Y'all, there's something on my face and I can't. Oh, it's my hair. Everything that she's achieved and stuff like that, right? So I get a text message saying, like she's just telling me that, but I feel like her dad was the one who texted this for her or wrote it out for her. That her dad and his girlfriend told her, y'all, there is something on my face, and I know y'all think I'm crazy. Oh, there it is. Because it's so small, but I could see it in my peripheral. Let me leave it alone because it's really annoying me. No, it seems like it's here. I feel like a crazy person. Oh, there's these little. Y'all don't judge me. I'm just. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so she ends up going on this cruise. And so I get a text saying that, her dad and her dad's girlfriend told her to stay in the kids club for a little bit. Oh, there it is. Uh, and she ended up leaving. I don't know how she left. Maybe it's her age. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the deal. Um, and so she needed to let me know that it was her fault and not his. So I thought that was crazy. I'm thinking, is my baby missing and they don't want to tell me yet? Or they can't find her, they looking for her. Is she okay? And she could only get texts. And so I'm sitting there just thinking, and I'm like, this text is not from her. Like she's 11. She doesn't write like with apostrophes and commas, and she's 11. Like she doesn't, like, I know that ain't her, right? So I'm like starting to stress, but then at the same time, I don't really want to look suspicious. But I'm paranoid of everything. I do true crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know, I think anything can happen, right? So I'm sitting there in my car and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to be able to go the next couple of days without knowing for sure she's good. So how can I find out she's good without really like being there? What can I say to her dad or what could I say to her? You know what I said? I said, hey, send me a selfie. She was like, oh, I don't have one in my phone. I said, no, just take one now. She said, okay, and she took one. And so I was like, okay. Now, I'm sure her dad saw her text and he probably thinking, damn, her mama don't play at all. Let me tell you, I will call the cruise ship, call whoever, and I'm a real crash out when it comes to my kids.
Mom, are you laughing?
Yes, baby, I'm laughing.
I love you so much.
I love you so much too.
Are you recording?
No, this is life.
Oh.
Um, y'all, I'm a real crash out. Like when it comes to my kids, when I say I will listen, one time some little girl was pinching Lonnie in the lunchroom. Baby, I went up to that school and I said, "Show me the little girl." So at first she didn't want to show me. I said, "No, show me the little girl." So I said to her, you have pinched my baby for 3 days straight. The next time you do it, I'ma whoop you and your mama's ass. Stop pinching my baby." And she was like, "You know she's never ever done it to her again? Ever?" Listen, don't play with my kids. Don't do that. Don't do that. You could do a lot of stuff, but when you start playing with my kids, that's when there's a problem. Like, and I think that's why her dad had her text me that because he knows that I don't play about her. And I think that he, in his mind, he was thinking like, oh, like before she tells her mama when she goes home, let me make sure she tells her mama this. Girl, I do not play about my kids. I'm a very chill person. I chill about everything, but my kids and my mom, I don't play about them. Like them three right there. Play with your phone. Don't play with my kids. All right. Good night, Skylar. Like I do not play about my kids. So yeah, but she's safe. But I had to ask her to send a selfie, and I told her to send a selfie throwing up the peace sign, so I knew for sure she took it right then, and not like yesterday or the day before or nothing like that. Like, that's to show you, like in my mind, I said, I need to know she's good. Yes, I'm with you, Christy. So, anyways, yeah, I think that Gypsy's family, this is how you know I have ADHD because of the way I'm jumping to conversations. It's crazy. Imagine me as a kid. It was diabolic. My poor friends, my mama, all of that, they were stressed. But, anyways, Gypsy's family could sue her. I just don't know if it'll happen. They could. I just think they don't really want the drama of it. And I also think that's why they were probably not as hands on when it came to the courts. Thank you, Steve. Okay, Sophia, thanks for joining. Um, but I think within time they may actually do it. So they can't sue her for the death itself. But what they can sue her for is the fact that she's monetizing off of the death and they're still living the trauma. So that's what they could do. Will they? I don't know. Like I said, they could. Kobe, I saw that. I haven't really looked at it recently. But you know what I am? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so I'm going with the chat. Sorry, y'all. Yes, the Idaho 4 is wild. But did y'all see? about the 7 people that were arrested for the underground bunker in Alabama that they were trafficking kids as young as 3? Did y'all see that? Baby, a 3-year-old. They had some kids down there. They were making over $1,000 a day from selling them to grown men. Baby, it is mortifying. The thought of the trauma that them babies, mm, 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 mm. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, when I tell you that, and when you look at them people's faces,
Mm.
if you were an investigator or a cop that went to go lock them people up, you would probably want help too mentally after seeing that. Yes, baby?
I
Hey.
love you so much. I want to have five.
Okay, here's high five. I love you so much too. Um, y'all, it's so crazy. So crazy. And did y'all see what Madeline Soto's abuser said in the courtroom? He missed her. She brought so much joy. Ah, I would have blacked out and lunged at him if that was my child. When I say that that is, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to unhide it. When I say that is ah, the stuff that that man said in that, he's awful. Awful. And the mom did not show up. The dad and the other family was there, but the mom was not there. I heard that she might be in a psych unit, but I'm wondering if she went to one to kind of help her if they charge her. Now, they may charge her, but they also may not. I'm going to tell you guys why they may not. Well, there's one reason why I think they will, and one reason why I think they may not. I'll tell you why I think they will first. The fact that they took a plea from him, no contest, he was not actually charged with it, so they can charge someone else. Okay. But the only reason why I think they may not is a lot of times they want just a guilty verdict or someone that's going to get time. They got that. He's going away for life. It's a win for the prosecution and the DA. And it didn't go to trial. And so I think that would be why. But public scrutiny could have them charge her. Like that could pressure them into charging her.
Mom,
So the public.
I want a kiss.
Okay, give me a kiss. I love you. Um, but public scrutiny could help. That's a very strong possibility. We just have to see, because the only reason why they may not have locked her out up yet um, is the fact that she is in a psych unit. They might just wait for her to leave, and then like she could be getting home and they'll be like, you know what, man, put your hands behind your back. You're gonna come with us. That is a strong possibility. So we'll have to see. I hope they do charge her. She needs to be arrested for it. Madeline Soto's case is one of the most disturbing cases. It is so hard to fathom someone allowing someone to do that to their child. But I also think the issue to me that's concerning is that a lot of, okay, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but just hear me out. Madeline Soto was 13 years old. What age did Gypsy say she would have given her daughter up? That kind of made me sit there and be like, And she has displayed that type of behavior. Like, again, remember the Facebook picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all of that type of stuff. And again, Ken was so quick to want to say something about Ryan, and he was getting on the internet and just running his mouth. Projection, baby. That is projection. I believe he is a predator, Ken. And that's why he was so hung up on running his mouth on the internet, because he had somebody to talk about. hmm Yep, I think he is. I didn't think that before, until the Omega Lee thing happened. But now I really think that. I really think that. Yes, Sophia. That's why they're not really a perfect fit, but I see it to that. And the reason why I say not really a perfect fit, Gio, you just kicked me by mistake. It's okay, baby.
Sorry, Mom.
It's okay. Um, because they don't have chemistry. None. His body language tells a whole nother story. And I think that Papa's, be careful. What are you doing?
I gave something to me.
Oh, your drink? Okay. Be careful. The charger's right here. Gio, you're wrapping yourself up in the charger.
Oh.
I don't want you to hurt yourself. Be careful. Y'all, Gio over here tearing it up. Um, yeah, so I think that's a big indication, like the way that went down last week, the fact that he was so quick to talk, like say something about that. Um, Now I will say this. After finding out that Ryan said that, he wanted to be with her in any capacity, whether or not he was a boyfriend, a slave, or whatever, I think he definitely had some self-esteem issues. And I can't understand why he felt like that about her. Is it that he felt like she really is beautiful? Or is it that I'm missing something? Or did he feel like, and I know you're going to think this is like a little off, but someone that's really insecure about themselves, finding someone that's imperfect would make you think that it will level things out because you both can't judge each other. So I kind of wonder um, if that has anything to do with it. I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's something I can't really figure out. That's just like my guess or assumption. Um, no, I'm not saying he doesn't have issues, but hell, don't we all? It's just on a different level for everybody. Not you. What are you laughing at, Gia? Um, but yeah, this is a. I feel like this has been like hella crazy. These emails being leaked has been one of the most detrimental things to Gypsy. These emails, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, these emails have clogged her doggone tea. Like, baby, when I say these emails, first of all, do y'all think that she had a odd relationship with Rod? Something about their dynamic in those messages are not normal to me. Like, I don't know what would be considered normal, but that just doesn't seem normal to me. Like, I would have never um even as an adult, I don't want to talk to my parents about sex. I would never call my dad pimp juice. Like, them type of words would never come out my mouth about my parents, even if it was true. Like, the conversations were weird. They were very, very weird. And it's scary to me that she deems that as normal and she has her kid with her. Mariah, let me tell you something. You're right. I could barely talk to my dad about my friends too. But if I didn't have two kids, my parents would probably still think I was a virgin. That's how much, if they even say anything about it, anything close to it, I'm checking right out. Like, checking right out the conversation. Like, I'm not having that conversation with my parents. The fact that she has had them type of conversations is crazy. But you know what I also think is crazy? Is the fact that you knew your dad was cheating on your stepmom and you said, yeah, that's between y'all. And you would go into this lady house, sit up in her face, kiki with her. I don't have that level of disloyalty. Like, I could never, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. I'm not going to even fake the funk. I could not sit in a space with you if I don't want to be bothered. And the thing about me is, if I tell you, if I try to even fake the funk, the crash out of me faking the funk will be the worst part. Because there's nothing, I cringe at having to fake the funk with somebody. Like, it just bothers the hell out of me because I don't want to put in that type of effort. Like that to fake the funk, you have to put in effort. When you don't give a damn, you don't want to give that effort. Like because you don't care. And the fact that I have to, that just when I get to the point when tell you what's on my mind, it's going to be like you probably going to be standing over the Brooklyn Bridge after because I can't. I don't have I don't have that in me. This is Saint Germain by MAC, and the lip liner is Very Berry by Huda. No, it's not worth it. No. If I don't want to be around you, why am I going to entertain you? If I don't like you as a person, why am I going to entertain you? I don't care what you have to say. I'm a Taurus. I'm May 18th. Yeah, I can't fake the funk. I don't have the energy. I don't have the, like, I can't. I don't care enough. And yeah, no. So imagine sitting up in Christy's house and playing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have it. Kobe, I give big Taurus vibes. Like, when you think of a Taurus woman, I feel like I'm an epitome of a Taurus woman. Um, which is really funny. It's really funny. Jamie, my mouth does. Listen, when I was younger, ah, do you know how much trouble? Do you know how many whoopings I got because of my mouth? And it's really funny because I learned something about myself too. So my daughter's in therapy and she has ADHD. Now her therapist said the thing that is so interesting is that she is the only child that she has had that she has ADHD, but she's not rebellious. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, most people with ADHD are the rebels. And I thought that was so interesting. It made sense. I've always been the person to go up against the grain. Like if the odds are against me, I'll still go up against the grain. Even if I know that it will probably harm me, I know in the long run I'm being true to me. Right? I've always been the person to go up against the grain. And my mouth would get me in trouble. I would get a whooping and then I would go back and do the same. I would still say, yes, I told you. And they're like, we just gave you a whooping for that. And you still running your mouth. Yes. Like, give me a whooping. I'll do it. I'll finish this after. Listen, if you have a Taurus child, you got your hands full. That is your no limit soldier. And baby, you need help. Folks is sick. But child, when her therapist told me that, I said, wow, that's interesting. And it made so much sense because I was like, dang, the way he holds his little hands to his face is so cute. Um, it just made me laugh because I was like, yeah, I used to get into my mouth got me in so, 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 so much trouble. When I say so much trouble, well, I should not be here to tell the story. That's how much trouble I got in. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to me. But seeing that and learning about ADHD, it's crazy because ADHD undiagnosed as a child, you think you're so, like you mess everything up. In your mind, everything is messed up because you are the issue. And the fact that you jump from conversation to conversation, and your friends are kind of like, what are you talking about again? And you're like, remember we were talking about this? They're like, we were talking about that like an hour ago. And you're like, oh yeah, but I'm circling back around. Like, as a kid, it is so stressful. But as an adult, it's so much different when you realize that you have it and you know how to. It's almost kind of healing because you're you learn a different way. And think about it. I was in elementary school back in the 90s, right? In the 90s, that was like, it wasn't really diagnosed. You didn't really hear much about it. So it's like they just think you're like this rebellious kid and you just love to run your mouth. And then you're like, when you find out that the symptoms that you have are not normal, it's mind blowing. So you mean to tell me not everybody's in the middle of putting laundry in the washing machine and your phone rings, you go to get your phone, you forget about the laundry, then you start cooking, and then you realize you have laundry, and then you go finish the laundry, and then you go to watch TV, and then you smell the house is burning, and you're like, oh wait, that pot is still on the stove. Like, that's not normal. Like, when I realized it's at the front.
Hi, Grandma.
When you realize that that's not normal, it's like, wait, not everybody does that. You mean to tell me that you're able to focus your whole life? That's when you realize you're a moving ball of mess. When you realize that, it is a whole other level when you realize that that is not normal. You're really sitting there like, wow. Like, how did I function? Like, I even wonder, how did I make it through school? How did I make it through a lot of things? I think this was the only thing that made me make it through, is that I'm also competitive and I want to be the best at whatever I do. So, and I'm an overachiever, and I don't like anything to be an obstacle to me. Like, if I feel like there's something that I can't overcome because of something that I'm lacking, I'm going to fix that so I can overcome it. So that, I think, is the only reason that kept me going. Jill, what are you laughing about?
I'm laughing about that girl.
He is so funny. I don't smoke, and I rarely, rarely, rarely drink. And when I say rarely, rarely. Let me tell y'all about my little escapade a couple of weeks ago. I don't even know if I want to admit this. I guess I could say it because I don't have to show the receipts. Because if you don't believe me, you don't believe me. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all. So, when I was in Mexico, I took my medication. So, listen, if you're drinking, don't take your medication. I just want to put that out there first. Disclaimer. I took my Adderall that morning and forgot I took it because it's such a habit to take it in the morning, right? Y'all, I go out to the pool. I had them bring out the butler brought my champagne that I had at the Italian restaurant like 2 nights before back over to the cabana, right? So I had 2 margaritas, I think like 2 glasses of champagne, and normally I would be fine. Okay. I get in the pool and I have 2 more margaritas. I'm like, okay, I'm good. No, they actually gave me a butler and a cabana and stuff like that because I'm a creator. That was like, I had emailed them letting them know my daughter, it was her birthday trip, and like I was a creator. I sent them like my links and stuff like that, and I was like, I'd love to feature your hotel um in my content. And so then, they basically like give you all these bells and whistles. Um which I normally would get a cabana, but I wouldn't get a butler cuz they're expensive. Um but it was worth it. Anyway, okay, so I get to the pool. I have two more margaritas. Okay. Craziest thing ever. I don't remember getting out the pool. Okay. But I did. And I'm at the cabana. And this is how I know it was my medication. Next thing you know, I woke up in my bed. Child, my mom said I had to take a picture of them wheeling you to the room because I knew you wouldn't believe it. I was mortified. 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 Don't take your medication if you're drinking. If I would have remembered that I took it, when I say I was mortified, I haven't drank since. I was still on my trip for 3 more days and didn't touch a drink. Oh, Sophia, I was following it a couple of years ago. I did hear that the friend actually, there was a warrant out for her in Mexico, right? Did they pick her up? We're talking, for the replay, we're talking about Shanquilla Robinson, the girl that passed away in Mexico with her friends back in 2023, I believe. Y'all, he's not sleeping. He just breathing hard because he's relaxed. I don't know why he does that. He does that even in the car. Like you think he's sleeping, but he not. But when he is sleeping, baby. Yeah, Sophia, I need to actually look that up. I know that they had a warrant out for her, but I don't know if she was arrested. Yes, Mariah, they did record, which is, I don't even understand how. But the fact that Mexico took 2 years to issue a warrant, that's nuts. But I think that the friend changed her name. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I was trying to hide that person from the page completely. How do I hide them from the page? Okay. She wasn't arrested, but she. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought she wasn't arrested, but she legally changed her name or something like that. I had recently seen that. Thank you. Yes. That case is a wild case because even when it first came out, it was nuts. Did y'all also hear about the dad that was from Canada that took his daughter to New York and allegedly he unalived her and they found her body somewhere by the highway or something like that? And this is in the last week. There's a lot of really crazy, crazy cases going on. Did y'all see that the White House was beefing with South Park? Yeah, I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't even breathe. Man, they had homeboy in the bed with the devil with no clothes on, baby. And the fact that the White House told them that South Park's days are gonna be up. I said South Park trolls everybody, everybody, and I feel like almost every president they've done that too. Like South Park does that. Like that's it's satire. I wouldn't. There's no way that I would think he would be offended by that. That's like crazy to me. Oh, this yeah, the show is still up, but y'all, the episode is funny. I had to actually go watch it because I was like, the what got him up in arms like that? I'm gonna have to watch this. Tricky Vicky, that is crazy. Sold her mother sold her for $1,500. It U.S. or what? That is crazy. Oh, later, Sophia. Thanks for stepping in. Y'all, it's so much crazy stuff going on. Like recently, I feel like the news and everything has been so oversaturated with so many things that are so disturbing. Oh, that's crazy. There's so many things happening right now that's so disturbing that I feel like it's so hard to really wrap your mind around. Yes, it's nuts right now. There's so many things. Um and very hard to keep up with. He's so silly. Yes, cocaine. I be at the house just chilling because too much chaos going on in the world. Way too much chaos going on in the world. But y'all, I am going to get off. I'm thinking about coming on tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Oh, wait, before I go, I want to share a theory with y'all. Tell me what you think. Listen, don't judge me. I know I might piss a lot of people off with this one. Oh, first of all, have you guys watched Finding Amy Bradley? Because now I'm not saying that the family did it to her or anything like that, but I do think before she went missing, the brother and her might have gotten to an argument because the timing of everything, the stories changed twice. Like it's yes, it's on Netflix, or like three times. The story is not the same that the family's given. Thank you, Annie. Um, it's something, but I don't think that they have anything to do with the disappearance. I just think that there was some sort of argument.
Oh, mom, that good.
You're so
Mom,
silly.
that good to hit up.
But
That good.
I don't know.
Mom,
Do
that
y'all think
good.
that? And then also, somebody posted a picture on TikTok of a woman from 2022 that looks like it could put your yeah, that looks like it could possibly be her with blonde hair. But I don't know. Anyone on the replay, drop your comments down below what you think about this because I have really been scratching my head about it. And you know the thing that really makes me feel like the guy Yellow, Alston or whatever his name is guilty for real? Well, besides the fact that she had been with him, people seen her with him, all that stuff. Why is he a pastor now? And his interview, somebody interviewed him on TikTok. His eyes were shifting. He looked so shady. Indigo, if you're still in here, that is one I would love to see you break down. That man's body language. Oh, he was telling on himself. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna go. But y'all tell me what you think of that, because that part I thought was crazy. And I went back to watch, was it the America's Most Wanted episode? No, it was another episode. It just didn't add up. The stories were different. And I was like, something's not right. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining. Bye, y'all.